What's up, guys? It's Wally. Today we're going to be doing some battles with Overqwil. Now, I know when it comes to Intimidate Pokemon, Landorus is definitely the clear favorite, especially if you ended up watching Peoria. You definitely saw how powerful that thing was. But if you guys don't want to go with Landorus and want to go with a different Intimidate Pokemon, I think that Overqwil is a really great Pokemon to end up choosing. I mean, its typing is incredible with the Dark and the Poison, which means you really only have one weakness, and that's to Ground. And this one does have the Grass Terra to be able to Terra away from that weakness. Obviously, you do end up having to take on the weaknesses of the grass at that point, but if you're really in a pinch and really need to terrestrialize away from that ground weakness, then you can always go with the grass. It has really great stab moves with Barb Barrage and Crunch. Crunch does have the possibility to end up lowering the defense of the Pokemon it hits, and Barb Barrage has that chance to end up poisoning. And then if that Pokemon does get poisoned or is poisoned in any other way, Barb Barrage does twice the amount of damage that it normally would. And then it also has Aqua Jet, which is a really great priority move to have, especially in the late game, to be able to pick up those KOs on the Pokemon that are Focus Sashed or just have a little bit of health left in them. And then the item on this thing is Safety Goggles, which is really great, especially if you end up seeing something like a Moongus or something that does have Sleep Powder, Spore, or even a Pokemon that is Rage Powder. So you'll be able to ignore that and be able to go into the Pokemon that you wanted to go into originally, and also if they end up going Spore, Sleep Powder, obviously you don't get put to sleep. So it's extremely beneficial from that perspective as well. And before we get into the battles, I want to send a big thank you out to my buddy Lycan, who's the one that lent me this team. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun, especially since I don't get a chance to use Thundurus or Overqwil that much. So I'm excited to get to use them in the battles. So we'll get into them, but before we do, as always, if you guys are new here, just tapping chat, please make sure to go down and hit the subscribe button. If you guys do enjoy the video, please make sure to drop a like too. Well, let's get into the battles. Alright, now this is one where it's going to be, we have to be a little crafty about how we send out Overqwil, only because I know Empoleon gets competitive. So that's going to be a little scary, not going to lie. Which means that Thundy really isn't going to be that great here against them. So that's a little upsetting. Although it would be good to actually have the electric move, so maybe we should actually start them. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with the two genies. She's going to be rough against Pow, though. But I think we can be alright, though. I think we can be alright. We'll have Overqwil in the back. We'll just end up swapping into Overqwil if they have Pow out there or something. And then last but not least... It's tough to go with Politoed here, but... Is it a Grass Terra? Oh, it's a Poison Terra. Okay, you know what? We'll do that. We'll go with that. That way we can end up resisting the grass then. That's actually pretty nice. So yeah, that'll be the plan. Might have to, again, be a little crafty about who we, who we end up sending out, who we end up terrestrializing to, because I don't think we're going to want to get rid of that right away. So yeah, just a bunch of pivots here. Okay. That's fair. Well, we know that they're going to go with a, well, we know they're going to terrestrialize into fire, right? I think we're all going to guess that. So what we're going to do, I am actually... As much as I want to go with Overqwil here, because they're going to go with an Ivy Cudgel as opposed to a, like a Horn Leech. So I'm not worried about that right now. So I'm going to swap into Politoed, and we're going to go with the Wild Bolt Storm. Because we kind of know that we're going to end up, they're going to end up terrestrializing here. And therefore, at least we can get something that is neutral over on the fire, you know? And we're also going to be weakening the Ivy Cudgel because of the rain that's coming out right now, too. Okay, well, we might have to swap back into Torn. That's alright, I'm actually okay with that. We'll get the Tailwind, or they'll get the Tailwind. We'll pick up the KO over there. At least I hope. We should. At the very least, it's going to be really close. Okay, it's going to be close. So not the full KO, but that's okay. That's not an issue. I will swap into Overqwil, though. That way we can actually pick up the we can pick up the Intimidate over there. So let's do that, and let's go with the Wild Bolt Storm. Cool. Okay with that. Oh, as long as this isn't Empoleon. No, they wouldn't send out Empoleon. Not with the electric going on. That's totally fine. The good thing about that, they go out there first, which also means that both of them are going to get intimidated. So we're going to get the Intimidate over on Tornadus. We're going to get that over on Rillaboom, and that's going to be much more beneficial. Thank you, Overqwil. And what's great, too, is both of them are weak to poison, which means... Oh, yeah, no. And good call on not terastallizing for them right now, too. That's a really good call. Oh, and we get the Para! Let's go! That's actually really big, too. Alright, we're going to go with the Protect. I'm going to send out Tornadus, too. We're going to be able to get that that Tailwind up, and also we have something that's going to be super effective against Bolt, too. I don't think anything that they're going to use into Tornadus is going to be able to KO me. Especially if they try to go... here comes... I'm assuming that's going to be Ogerpon, yeah. Couldn't think of the name for a sec, my bad. It's okay. Again, we'll be able to get a Tailwind up, which is going to be extremely important. Thankfully, we did end up getting that one Intimidate, so that only brings them back up to pretty much even. And again, they're going to have to go with... Yeah, they're probably going to have to go with like a Stomping Tantrum here then. Nice. Oh, we could have actually gone for the Wild Bolt. That's okay. Perfect. Going for the Stomping Tantrum. Completely understandable too. I can't be upset at that. Let's see here. I think that is a Grass Terra. And since we have the Rain out, I'm actually okay with terastallizing into the grass to take away the weakness. I'm going to go for a Barb Barrage over there, as well as a... that's right, we're going to put the Tailwind up. Perfect. We're going to do that. I know we're going to be weak to fire. However, again, with the rain up, we're not going to worry about that. And either way, I would imagine they're going to try to go for the Stomping Tantrum again this time. So at least we're going to take away from that. It's a great thing about the Grass Terra, of course. As we all know on a lot of other 4X weak to ground Pokemon. Hisuian Arcanine. Yeah, it's stuff like that. Perfect. Barb Barrage. Do some damn good damage. U-turn up into Torn. Glad they didn't do that over into them. And let's see. Do they go with the Stomping? Oh, they still have Torn left too. Oops, forgot about that. Nice! The Para comes in handy! That's really, really big right there. I like that. Overqwil's all the way back up to full health. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and go with the... actually going to go with the Crunch over there, along with a Taunt too. That way they don't get another Tailwind up. Then we're going to go with the Spiky Shield. That's actually okay for us. We'll get the Taunt. They can't get the Tailwind back up. We'll KO with the Crunch, and we'll be good to go. Oh, they were going to go Sunny Day. Fair enough. Well, either way, Sunny Day, Tailwind, both of them would have been really bad for us, so at least we kind of took away from that. So appreciate that a lot. Rain stops. Fluttermane. Alright. So, what we're going to do now... Honestly, the Crunch would actually be a stronger move. It's just the fact that the Barb Barrage has the chance to poison. But I'm going to go with the Crunch over there, and I'm going to swap into Politoed, bring that Rain back out, just so we don't have that weakness to the fire again. We could cycle Intimidates too, but that's okay. That's okay. That won't do too much to them over there, but nice. Good damage too. Dazzling Gleam. Ooh, Overqwil just taking that crit there. Another. Okay, man, this is bad luck for them. I will say that. I feel really bad for that. But yeah, no, we got pretty lucky with that. Perfect. Perfect. Grass disappeared. They're going to be able to bring that back out soon, though. Let's end up going with another Crunch over there. And let's go with the Hydro Pump. I'll chance it. That's fine. That's why I was kind of considering going with the Barb Barrage, but... that means they're probably going to go for a Spiky Shield on this one too, then. No? Damn, that does pick up the KO. That is a little unfortunate. But the Rocky Helmet does a little damage, and that's extremely nice. We'll get the Crunch over there, which is nice too. Ooh, close, but no cigar. Lowered the defense, that's pretty nice. Tailwind's gone, but we'll be able to get it back up again. We do have Covert Cloak, which is going to be nice. That'll be a big help, too. Let's protect with Overqwil. I should go Tailwind, but I'm actually going to go Bleak Wind Storm. Especially if we're protecting with Overqwil. We can always just pick up the Tailwind on the next one, assuming we survive this. Yeah, we would have been fine. That's alright. Maybe we can lower some speed, even though they're already parried. That's okay, though. We'll get the Tailwind on the next one. Dude, I legitimately do feel really, really bad for this guy. I do. I've been there, my friends. I've been there. The good thing is I think that as long as we have Tailwind, I think that we're going to be able to pick it up with... let's go for the Crunch. I think we'll be able to pick it up with Thundy. That'll be good. We got the Tailwind, that's perfect. They didn't protect, which means we should be able to take out Fluttermane here. Totally okay. Perfect. Alright. Yeah, thanks to a lot of those full paras, we didn't have to really worry much about Ogerpon. And again, we had the rain up anyways, so that's part of the reason why we kind of ignored it too. But no, we're good to go now. In fact, I'm actually going to go with an Aqua Jet, pardon me. And let's go with the Bleak Wind. Let's go. You know what, I'll be honest with you. If I would have been fully paired like 4 or 5 times in the same game with the same Pokemon, I would have been pretty upset too. And yeah, exactly. But either way, man, he still played a really good game and probably would have pulled off a victory if it wasn't for a bunch of those para hacks too. But either way, we came out on top. Thankfully, Thundy helped out. Same thing with Overqwil, and we ended up picking the game. Alright, so I think we could actually do some good work here with Overqwil being able to get some Intimidates. We're actually going to start with that for that very reason, actually. Thundy's going to have some issues, to be honest with you, but honestly, we're going to keep it there for... like, speed control and stuff like that, too. I'm a little worried about having Sinistra there because, again, they could potentially go for a Trick Room. So that's why I don't want to bring Torn for the Tailwind or anything like that. So I think that'll be all right. I'm kind of actually thinking about Politoed here, if I'm being honest with you. But I'm not. Yeah, I am. We're going to go Politoed, and we're going to go Urshifu as well. It's going to be tough with the Waterpon with that, but we do, I believe, have like U-turn and, of course, close combat, and that'll do some really good stuff into Waterpon. Just need to make sure that we're not going to go with like a Surging Strikes over into a potential slot where Waterpon can be. We definitely made that mistake before, but again, we're not going to make that again, though. We're not going to make that again. Iron Hands and Heat Train. Gotcha. Alright, well, we'll get the Intimidate, which is really, really nice. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to go for the... kind of want to go Eerie Impulse over there. I'm not... no, I shouldn't do that. Let's go for the Eerie Impulse over there. And let's swap into Politoed. Good thing about Politoed here is... obviously, we'll set the Rain. That'll weaken the fire moves. Or if they want to go with the ground move, now Politoed is neutral to that, and we'll be able to eat that like it's nothing. Take out over there, that's understandable. Yep. Cool. So let's end up going for an Eerie Impulse over there again. Politoed can just get eaten alive right now. So especially if they're going to go with like a Wild Charge or something, I'm going to go back into Overqwil just so we can get another Intimidate. Fair enough. Ooh, into Ogerpon. So we did just strengthen their Ogerpon, but we are about to obviously Intimidate them. Hand's going to be at -2. They're going to be at -1. And they are not the fire one, so they're not going to be able to up that. That absolutely does nothing. But that is totally okay. Yep, we eat this. Perfect. So we're going to go with a Wild Bolt Storm here, and we're also going to go with a Barb Barrage. They're going to have to swap out. They're probably going to go with the Spiky Shield, but I think it's going to be important to be able to get, obviously an electric move if they end up terrestrializing, and if they don't, we'll have the Barb Barrage, which will do super effective damage over there too. This ain't going to do much, but that's okay. We'll be able to get a crunch over there on the next one now. It's okay. Yeah. Can we get a para? Huh? No. But we did get a crit. That's pretty nice. We'll take that all day. Alright. So... I'm gonna go for a Scary Face over there because I feel like they're going to try to take out Overqwil. And we're going to go for a crunch to be able to knock them out. I think that'll be pretty important. And again, that way we can end up slowing down Ogerpon too. That way we can preserve Overqwil for a little bit. Well, even if that's not the case, at least we're going to be able to get a, I don't know, slow Iron Hands down? I don't know. But it's not like Sinistcha would have Protect, because that thing has so many good moves that putting Protect on it almost seems like a crime. But, still, I definitely understand why some people do, though. Yeah, they got a berry, too. Well, that's going to be a problem. Trick Room. Right. Yeah, that's big problem. Big problem. So let's Wild Bolt Storm, even though it ain't gonna do much. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna actually go for the Flash Cannon over into Sinistcha, and I'm going to swap into we're Steel. That nice. We're gonna go into Politoed again. We'll end up doing a little bit of damage with the what's the word I'm looking for? With the Rocky Helmet. The Rocky Helmet. We can do some decent damage over into Heatran right here. Yeah, because thankfully for us, that is a neutral hit over on Heatran. Although we may actually get faked out. Maybe not. Yeah, never mind. It's okay, though. Oh, shoot, I was one turn early. That's okay, though. We're going to go Eerie Impulse over there. And just in case, we're going to go with the Earth Power, too. I think they're going to get knocked out, but that's okay. Oh, Drain Punch, though. Okay. Actually, Poison wouldn't have been bad there, then. Nice. Nice! Even better, we go next. Not quite enough to knock out Heatran, but still a lot of damage. Can't do a substitute now either. Never mind, it can. Holy cow. Yeah, I think just barely missed that. That is a little unfortunate, I'm not gonna lie. We will go for the Wild Bolt Storm again, though. And I'm going to swap into Overqwil, just so we can get the Rain again a little bit later, and also so we can get the Intimidate over on hands, too. I think being able to lower that thing's attack is going to be pretty beneficial here. So there we go, we get the Intimidate. Perfect. I'm hoping we can hit both Wild Bolt Storms, and if we do miss one, hopefully it's Iron Hands. Cool. Come on, help me out here. Nice. On? No, that's okay. I wonder if we can... Well, they are -2, so we should survive that pretty handily. So that's perfect. We have that berry. That gets brought right back up. That's perfect. Okay, well, that's kind of what I hoped would happen, to be honest with you. So it actually works out pretty well for us. Substitute is gone. Yeah, I know. So let's go Wild Bolt Storm again, and let's swap into Politoed. Let's get that Rain up, and we're gonna be able then to Terrastallize into Steel with Urshifu. And then we'll get obviously super powered Surging Strikes, which is gonna be nice too. Alright, that actually kind of works out. I kind of wish that we ended up going for the Crunch over there, but we wouldn't have gone Crunch over into Iron Hands, you know what I mean? That's fair, too. That means they're going to be able to get another... Dang. Yeah, they're going to be able to get another substitute up. But we'll then be able to knock it right back out, too. So that's extremely nice. Never mind, they go for the Earth Power. But Politoed survives that, of course. Get the Wild Bolt Storm, we get the KO. Perfect. I wanted to pause on that for a second just in case. Perfect knockout Heatran. I don't know if we needed the crit, but I think we're going to be fine. Dimensions are back to normal. They're going to bring out Iron Hands once more. But here's the good thing, is based on the amount of damage that last Wild Bolt Storm did to Sinistcha, we have a shot. Not a great one, but a shot to be able to survive that. So let's do that, and, gosh, you know, it's funny because the Icy Wind just ain't gonna do it, though. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. No, we're not gonna be able to do that. That would be rough. But I kind of want to go Hydro Pump over into Sinistcha. I'm going to do that. And they were going to get faked out. It's going to be our strongest move, I think. That won't benefit that. Oh, thank you, Politoed. Wow. Okay, that's huge. Nice. That's actually really, really huge right there. We hit Hydro. And it's enough to pick up the KO. Let's go. Thank you very much, Rain, for that. That's, again, really, really huge right there. I appreciate that. Now we got Ogerpon. You can go with the Wild Bolt Storms again. Although we could go for a Scary Face. Go for the Wild Bolt Storm. Let's go for the Icy Wind. That's fine. I know. That thing's a bit of a worry, don't get me wrong, but honestly, I think we're going to be okay here. Oh, maybe not. They get the Ivy Cudgel first. Yeah, that's rough. The good thing, though, is the fact that we will at least get an Icy Wind here. That's going to be pretty helpful, too. So at least we lower their speed. Doesn't do much damage, but it lowers the speed. Drain Punch. It's fine. Thankfully, we do get one more Intimidate. And that is pretty damn important. A little bit of damage from the Rocky Helmet. So it kind of negates the damage that they just got back from the Drain Punch. Intimidates. And let's do some serious stuff into you, buddy. Alright. Let's go for it. They're slower. I don't know if they're... I think Overqwil is still going to be slower. But we know that Urshifu won't. We know that Urshifu is going to outspeed. Thankfully it's protected pads. So we're gonna end up going for a, I'm gonna go for a Barb Barrage over there, only because I want to get the poison. So let's do that. Let's go Steel, and let's go... Actually, if I'm being honest with you, I'm gonna go Barb Barrage over... no, I really should get some damage into Ogerpon. So let's Barb Barrage over there. Let's Terra, and let's go Surging Strikes. I'm hoping this is going to be enough. It's going to be tough into Urshifu, I'm not going to lie, but... Or into Iron Hands, but... I still have some hope. Some hope. Smart call, though. Forget that they get Follow Me. That's a little unfortunate. Oh, but that's right. They're not Water Absorb anymore because they ended up terastallizing. Hello. Totally forgot about that. My bad. Alright, downside here is they do have Drain Punch, though. If I'm being honest with you, I think that person also forgot that they end up losing the Water Absorb. So, awesome. Now, hopefully this will be a Wild Charge. Nice. Do a little more damage to yourself. Urshifu's totally good. Totally hanging in there. And then let's just go for the Barb Barrage. In all honesty, we're going to go with the Detect. Because I feel like they're going to go for the Drain Punch over into Urshifu. So I want to make sure that... We can potentially poison? Let's go. That means that Barb Barrage is going to do even more now. Is even better. They're going to go for the Drain Punch to heal back a little bit, but thankfully for us, we ended up protecting. And now we're able to get... oh, shoot. We should have just went for it. That's okay, though. Especially with the poison now, I think both of these moves are going to be more than enough to take out. So let's Barb Barrage. Let's Surging Strikes. Why not? Yeah, we're going to be fine with the Barb Barrage, too. And we actually might pick it up on the Surging. Yeah, we do! Let's go! I know that was a lot of Intimidate cycling, and I really apologize for that, but thankfully it still made it so that we were able to maneuver enough to be able to get a win. Even against that water one, which again, I was a little worried that they still had the water absorb, but again, since they ended up terastallizing, that got taken away, and they went to Embody Aspect, and thankfully for us, that allowed us to win. Good game. Now here's one where the Intimidates might actually make a big difference here. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to go into a Tailwind though, unfortunately, but we'll be alright with that. So we'll go Thundy. We'll end up going with Overqwil as well. Politoed wouldn't be horrible because it does have the chance to, or it's going to do some damage with the Rocky Helmet. But honestly, I think we're going to have to go with our Grassmon here, as well as Urshifu too. What other move do they have? Just want to make sure. Oh, they have knockoff too. Okay, cool. I'm alright with that. That actually works for me. That'll be good to knock off a couple of, obviously, items, and then Stomping Tantrum's going to be pretty good against, obviously, like, Iron Hands or something like that, too. So, lots of good possibilities with that. Plus, we haven't brought it to a game yet, and I think it deserves to, at least see the field a little bit, you know? It only makes sense. Alright. Yep. Hands and Pow. Of course. So here's what we're going to do. We get the Intimidates. Not like we can really swap into Ogerpon. I am going to swap into Urshifu, though. And because I don't think that they're going to attack... that Hands is going to attack us, I'm going to actually go for the Barb Barrage over there. Because I think he's going to try to fake out Thundy. Ooh, who are we potentially poisoning? Please not be a Steel. Although I forget who they even have. Oh, for Farigiraf. Okay, could have went with a Crunch then. But that's okay, though. Wow, my bad. Nice crit on that, though, I will say. Let me see. It actually would be nice to get that, but, sorry. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna end up... I'm gonna go for an Iron Head as well. Let's Terra go for the Iron Head and go for the Crunch as well, just in case they like Terastallize or something. Perfect. I'm glad that we're only attacking the spot that stayed in there. And I would doubt that they would end up having Protect. And even if they did, we'd be able to hit the Iron Head through it anyways. So, it works out. Question is, do we get the Crunch? Do we get the Crunch? The damage. Dang, if only we would have reversed those. And they got a berry as well. Yeah, the main reason why we were doing that is because we really wanted to cover, obviously, if they terastallized. Perfect. Psychic doesn't do a damn thing. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna go with another Iron Head though. And actually, if I'm being honest with you, I'm gonna Detect, and I'm gonna swap it into Ogerpon. I'd imagine it's gonna be a Rage Powder, but just in case it's a Spore, at least no one's getting put to sleep. That's Rage Powder. That's okay though. The good thing is at least we're going to be able to sorry. I think... Do I really want Thundy to get put to bed? Yeah, let's do that. Unfortunately, we'll just have to deal with it. And let's also go for the... Well, no, because they don't have an item anymore. Let's just go with the Ivy Cudgel. That'll be enough to knock out. Depending on who this is. Yeah, that's alright though. This actually is probably our strongest move. Yeah, that's unfortunate right there. That's fine. Good damage. I like that. Good damage. Alright. Well... Try for the Surging Strikes. And, let's go into Overqwil. Oh, I totally forgot we actually have safety goggles on Overqwil. So we would have been totally fine just going with that from the get-go. And that way we wouldn't have got put to sleep with Urshifu. That's okay. We still get the Intimidate, which is really nice. That's fair. Can't be upset at that. Nice. Okay, the Intimidate really came in handy there. So, this one, let's try to go for the Surging Strikes again. I'm gonna go for the Barb Barrage. Let's see if we can get a Poison. Ooh, rough, isn't it? Alright, Drain Punch, that'll KO. That's okay, though. We're going to be able to bring out our Ogerpon again, though. I feel pretty good about that. Go, can we get a Poison, please? Thank you. Appreciate that. Gotta love it when the game listens to you, right? Nice. I mean, they're going to be able to continue to go with a... whatchamacallit, well, you guys know what I'm talking about. Let's go Ogerpon here. Pollen Puff. That's the name of the move. They can always go with that, which is extremely unfortunate, let's be honest. But let's go for the knockoff over there. And let's go for the Crunch, because if we can get a defense drop here first, I think that would actually really bode well for us. Just imagine that. Yeah, the only thing they can really do... I mean, they could always go with a Pollen Puff into... And that's fair as well. So they may end up protecting then. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, Rocky Helmet. At least we knock off the Rocky Helmet here, though. Nice. That's alright. I know that hurt, but we're going to be okay from here on out. And Life Orb doing that little extra damage, though, which is unfortunate. It's alright. We're going to go for the knockoff over there. Actually, no. Here's what we're going to do. Maybe not. I'm going to go for the Ivy Cudgel over there. Let's go for the Crunch again. Who is this going to be into, though? That doesn't look like Iron Hands. But it is. I should have went with the Barb Barrage then, huh? That's alright. We'll be able to get that in the next... Well, maybe not the next one. Can we lower the defense, though? Hey, look at that. You gotta love it. A little extra poison is extremely helpful. The downside is they're going to be able to bring out... oh, they're bringing out POW! Okay, fair enough. Fair enough, my friend. Sorry. Let's go Spiky. Yeah, and let's bring out Thundy. I mean, it is possible that they go with a nice move over there, but my hope is that they're just going to try to go for a Sucker Punch. My hope, at least, but again, I could be extremely wrong. Nice, do some damage. Yeah, it leads me to believe they went for the ice move, didn't they? Yeah. But they miss! But they miss! Oh my gosh, we're getting bailed out by RNG today, and I effing love it and appreciate it. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so what we're gonna do... we're gonna go for this... We're gonna go for the, gonna go for the Ivy Cudgel over there. Actually, no. No. Change my mind. Change my mind. We're bringing in Overqwil. And we're going to go with the Wild Bolt Storm. We're going to get the Intimidate. That way we actually survive the Icicle Crash. And we're going to be able to get the Wild Bolt Storm. It's going to bring them down low enough that they get knocked out to the poison. And then POW. Okay, well, never mind. That's okay, though. That means that they potentially protect here, then. Yeah. It's alright, we're going to get a little bit of Wild Bolt Storm over there. Maybe we can get the Para, which would actually be ideal. Maybe. We hit. Not much damage, but that's okay. We kind of knew that. And we got the Para, baby. It's actually really big, too. Alright. Well, with Overqwil, let's see. What we're going to do... I'm going to try for the Barb Barrage over there. I hate to do it, but we're going to kind of, unfortunately sacrifice Ogerpon here. Especially if they try to go for, like, a Spore or something. Trying to heal them up. That's understandable. I can't be upset at that. Sorry, they're pretty much gone, to be honest with you. That's fine, yeah, we lose them. We kind of knew that was going to happen, though. I'm just hoping we can get a poison here. If we can get a poison here, we're back in the game. Back in the game, baby. Back in the game. However, we can no longer get any Intimidates. But we'll be okay, though. We'll be okay. They're almost knocked out. I wish we could double protect here, but obviously I know we can't. But that would be extremely nice. Let's go with that, though. Yeah. I know. That's alright. We're going to get the Barb Barrage over there. It's going to be a neutral hit because Poison Grass. That's okay. That's actually totally okay. We'll get the Barb Barrage. I think they're poisoned enough where they get knocked out. They do. Pow. Alright. They have yet to terrestrialize. I don't know if they're going to want to. That's the main thing. Go Barb Barrage over there. Let's go Flash Cannon over there. Yeah, we knew we were going to get knocked out. That's okay, though. The good thing is we do get the Barb Barrage. Maybe we should have went with an Eerie Impulse over there, but that's okay. It should KO. And now it's down to Overqwil versus Amoonguss. But one that can't be put to sleep. And it's parried. That's awesome. Okay, that will make this easier, especially since they don't have the Rocky Helmet anymore. So let's go with the Crunch. Let's lower the defense, maybe? Nope. Pollen Pup will do... Oh, that's actually a good amount. Okay, I think we can do this, though. Yeah, it looked like, based on... Unless they ended up getting a crit, looked like we were going to end up taking that one. That one took a while, and that was a lot of maneuvering, but at least we still came out with the win. Good game. So if you guys are looking for an Intimidate Pokemon but don't really want to go with Landorus, I think Overqwil could be a really good Pokemon to fill that position for you. I mean, it's got a really great typing with the Dark and the Poison, which means you really only have one weakness, and that's to Ground. And of course, you can always Terrestrialize away from it with the Grass to be able to make that into a Resistance, so you really don't have many problems there with the Overqwil. And again, being able to have it Intimidate and lower the physical attackers is extremely beneficial, especially for a team like this. But having Barb Barrage, which is a great move to be able to potentially poison, Crunch, which could potentially lower the defense, both of those being really strong stab moves, and then something with priority like Aqua Jet is extremely great, especially later in the endgame. But again, Overqwil, great Pokemon, again, great typing as well, and another great Intimidate Pokemon if you don't want to go with Landorus. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed the battles. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like. We'll see you guys next time.